This is a narration over an old painting that I did a few years ago now in ArtRage 5. I was pretty happy originally with the overall picture, the overall painting of Medusa, but I had an idea of a twist, but I wanted to use this as a base for my new painting. So at the moment I'm just going around and colour picking and using the oil brush to lay down some paint, because it makes life a lot easier later on using the palette knife to create detail and to create blending. I'm already using the palette knife, as you can see, to start to blend things in, move a few colours around and just get things set as a base for ArtRage. So I have an idea for this. I think I want to completely change the lighting. At the moment it's almost straight on and slightly from the left, but I want to do a bottom up lighting, so I think that might look quite cool. And also simple things that I spot now, the eyes, are too bright, and so I did this quite a few years ago now. I noticed some things that I can improve on it. As you can see there, I just added in a few more snakes because it is Medusa after all, and she has to have more snakes. And using digital art, it's very easy just to copy and paste and to flip and tweak around a little bit. Now I've got all the components in place, I'm starting to think about the lighting now. So I am starting to paint in and pretty much at this point just paint over, because it's a significant difference in the lighting. As you can see, the lighting is almost reversed in the fact that the upper lip is now going to be highlighted, the lower part of the nose, and the part of the brows, which hopefully will look quite cool. Starting to just still using the oil brush just to paint in the base colours, just to get things sitting quite nicely, just to get the idea through. Wasn't quite happy with the eyes. I just wanted to enlarge them slightly and move them around. I had an overall idea that I wanted a little detail on the eyes. I wanted them to look dead, stone-like, and make it look quite creepy, which will fit in the overall tone. This is going to be a lighting from bottom up to look creepy, because that's what Medusa should look like. She should look quite creepy. Wanted to put in a few teeth. Only fangs really worked. It was just a bit overbearing and didn't quite look right. It's almost, this is going to be as minimal as possible. I didn't want to over complicate things. I didn't want to add in too much detail. I just wanted to focus mainly on the lighting, was the key idea for this painting overall. Using the palette knives here, I used the normal palette knife and now the soft palette knife to add in some blending, detail, sharp lines, move paint around, start to tie everything together. You can go a little bit overboard with this. As you can see there, I was just moving some veins on the face around a little bit, but it was just too much detail. I needed to keep things in perspective. Flip the canvas there, which is always a useful thing to do, and immediately I saw that the face looked completely out. One side of the face was, slightly dodgy, so I just corrected that using warp. Here I just corrected the colours a little bit, because even though I did a bottom light, the overall lighting was still standing out a little bit too much. So I did an overlay, I think it was a multiply, and then just erased away to just add a subtle effect. I wasn't too happy with the colours, so as you can see there, I am using the fill, the bucket fill, and I added in a triad colour range, I think it was in the end, which I thought looked quite cool. I wanted to go for the kind of the blue-green reptilian, creepy, dead looking type of colour configuration, and just overlaying a fill of gradient with 3 different gradients seemed to work really well for that. As you can see the different colours there, that it's kind of gone up through the face. Now coming to the adding the detail part, I was using the sticker spray and putting it into an overlay mode and playing around with things. These are some sticker sprays that I've created myself, and I use them quite often to just add some little bit extra detail, some reflection off some lighting. This is Affinity Photo here, which I used, which it has a really good facility on adding some lighting where you can bring out some texture, and that's where you can see now some nice texture has been introduced on the face, adding to the overall look. Now into GIMP, free photo editor. Playing around with the colours. I think I'm generally happy with the colours, but I just wanted to see whether I could just tweak things a little bit to equalise the colours to make the overall painting stand out, and then import back into ArtRage again and change the visibility, maybe some blend modes potentially to bind it all together. And that's it. It ended up to be quite a quick picture in the end, probably because I started off with a good base, but the overall idea I think came through, which was a bottom light creepy effect. Okay, thank you very much.